All right, I'd like to welcome everyone for our March council meeting. Meeting open at 5 p.m. We'd like to remind everybody that this meeting is being recorded in accordance with the local government administration regulations. We have a record of attendance. We have no apologies. And can I ask if anybody is going to request a leave of absence? No. Okay. Move on. And I see there is new members of the public. So that means there will be nil. Public question time will be nil. And we'll go to 4.0, disclosure of interest. I have two declarations of interest. One is from Councillor Holly Cusack on item 12.1. She has declared a proximity interest, and I also have a declaration from Councillor Hannah Wald, who has declared a partiality interest on 19.4. So it's nil. We'll go to 6.0, deputations, petitions, presentations and submissions. You have that down as a nil. 7.1 or 7.1 is confirmation of previous meetings. We'll go 7.1, which is our ordinary council meeting held on the 18th of February. The minutes were in your attachments. Can I have somebody please move that they are true and correct recording of the proceedings? Thank you, Councillor Cole. And come on and second that. Councillor Ball. Thank you. All those in favour? That is carried. Thank you. We'll go to 8. Minutes of committee meetings to be received. 8.1 is the Road Rock meeting held on 7th of March. Can I have someone move those minutes be received? Councillor Cusack, thank you. Seconder. Councillor Hardham, all those in favour? Thank you. That's carried. 8.2, Audit and Risk Committee meeting held on the 18th of March. Can someone please move that those minutes be received? Thank you, Councillor Bray, and thank you, Councillor Curry, for seconding that recommendation. All those in favour? All right, thank you. Recommendations from committee meetings for council consideration, 9.0. So 9.1, we go to the officer recommendation that the council endorse the recommendation of the Audit Risk Committee for item 6.1 in the attached minutes. Someone move that motion, please. Councillor Cusack, someone second. Councillor Ball, all those in favour? Thank you, that was carried. Now, announcements by presiding member is nil. 11, the officer reports. We go to the officer of the Chief Executive Office. 11.1, Club Nightlight Program. Is there anything you would like to add, Beck, before we move to the recommendation?
Perhaps just a recap that this is stage 3 of our Club Nightlight program. So for the lighting upgrade for the Narrabeen football oval, so we are proposing that we put an application in for the small grants round in March, and there will be a required budget allocation for the 25-26 budget for the amount specified in the recommendation.
Does anybody seek any clarity? Any of this? Everyone happy? Go to the recommendation then, and obviously it comes in the 2 parts. Would someone like to move that recommendation? Councillor Hardam has moved it. Can I have someone second that? Councillor Cole, thank you. Does anybody intend to speak against that? Does anyone intend to vote against it? In that case, we will say that that has been carried. Thank you. 11.2 is the Road Rock Key Worker Investment Project. Any additional comments, Beck?
We finally have reports to actually present to council, so it's been a long process, working with the different consultants, the Wheatbelt Development Commission, and also the member councils through Road Rock. I think the outcome is really positive. So yeah, we present the final reports for your consideration, and which my counterpart CEOs will be doing with their respective councils. And once adopted, they'll be presented to the Road Rock Group for adoption.
Any questions? All right, we've got a recommendation there in 4 parts. Someone like to move that recommendation? Councillor Cusack, thank you. Seconder, Councillor Bray. All those in favour? That is carried, and yeah, congratulations to all those involved with that. That is Road Rock working very well for the 4 members. 11.3, Communication and Power Outage Response Plan. Anything you want to add there?
This was actually presented to LEMAC last November, but we failed to actually present it to council for formal adoption. So we're now presenting it now. So council's had an opportunity to look at the document and seek clarification through discussion forums. So now it's just following due process to table it.
All right, can someone please move the recommendation that we adopt that plan? Thank you, Councillor Cole. Second, all those in favour? Excellent, thank you. 11.4 is our vending facility operational management plan. Any clarity, any questions to Beck on this? Beck, is anything more?
Again, it's taken a long time to get to this point. There's been a lot of consultation and various versions, but we're finally at a point that we're comfortable with the operational management plan, and it's presented for adoption.
All right, well, if there's no questions on that, we'll move to the recommendation. Someone please move that we endorse this plan. Councillor Curry, thank you. A seconder, Councillor Hardam. All those in favour? Excellent. Thank you, that is carried. 11.5 is the landfill management plan. Any questions before we just go to the recommendation? Someone move to recommendation 11.5. Thank you, Councillor Bray. Someone second it. Councillor Cusack. All those in favour? That is carried. Officer reports, development and regulatory services. We have 12.1. We have a declaration of interest. If Councillor Cusack would leave while we do this item. Thank you. All right, I will throw this item to Beck to make comment on.
As council will be aware, Chris Wireless is a provider within the Shire of Narrabeen and have towers within the Shire boundaries at this present stage, and they're looking at putting another tower up. So the It's fairly self-explanatory, so unless there's some specific questions, queries,
All right, so
it's
you've
straightforward.
in the attachments, what it's all about. Has anybody got any questions? For officer recommendation in 4 parts. Someone please move that recommendation. Councillor Curry has moved it. Can I hear a seconder? Councillor Ball has seconded. All those in favour? That is carried 6-0. And we ask Councillor Cusack to come back.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah.
Said we'd be back. He's happy to say.
Item number 13.1, services, we have a registration of fees. We have spoken about this. Is anyone got any questions? Anyone want to make any comments regarding this item? Let's go to the recommendation 13.1. Someone please move that recommendation. Councillor Ray, someone to second it. Councillor Hardham. Those in favour? Carried. All right, the financial statements, 13.2. All right, so we've got it up on the screen. Slowly roll down. Any queries you have marked? Speak up, please. All right. Assuming nobody has any queries. Someone move 13.2, please. Councillor Curry, someone to second that. Councillor Cole, all those in favour? Receive the financial statements. Thank you. That's carried. 13.3 is our schedule of accounts. Once again, we'll just go page by page. So the EFT number, or if you have a query or something you want our staff to, question or staff to answer. Next page. Next page, please. Next page. Cards. on that page. Yes. Someone please move the recommendation. Paul has moved it. It's on second. Councillor Curry. Sorry, Neil. Infrastructure Services, Neil. Motions which previous notice has been given is Neil. Recommend the motions without notice. Do we have any? Neil. Zero new business of an urgent nature approved by presiding person is Neil. And now we move on to 19, which matters for which the meeting may be closed. Recommendation is that we close the meeting to the public. Can someone move that, please? Thank you, Councillor Gray. Councillor Cole has seconded that. All those in favour? Thank you. That is carried. Meeting is now closed and the public recording is now ceased. And bear with me while I now read out the that we accept the tender from AFGRI for the purchase of a new John Deere grader at $475,000 ex GST and trade the council's 2015 CAT grader, which is the MB 7000 Rego, for $140,000 for a net changeover of $335,000. And part two, amend the budget to include an additional $105,000 drawing from the payment reserve. And that was carried 7-0. We go to 19.3. Council has agreed to award the request for tender for the 2025-02 Club Nightlight Project, Narrabeen Hockey to PEAP Contracting for their nominated price of $325,286 exclusive of GST, and part two, authorise the Chief Executive Officer to enter into a contract with PEAP Contracting and negotiate any minor amendments to the tender specifications that do not materially alter the terms and conditions as outlined in the tender specifications. Carried 7-0. 19.4. That council endorsed the attached lease agreement and authorise the Chief Executive Officer to execute the lease agreement, subject to making minor amendments that do not materially alter the terms and conditions of the lease agreement, on the provision that no material submissions are received in response to the local public notice. Carried 7-0. Thank you. Item 20, closure of meeting. The next meeting will be held on Tuesday, the 15th of April, commencing at 5 p.m. There being no further business, I declare the meeting closed at 5:24.
Well, great. Oh.